Hi, welcome to our weekly live Q&A for women entrepreneurs. I'm Jill Morenz with Aviatra Accelerators. Aviatra empowers women entrepreneurs to start and grow their businesses faster and with more confidence. And I'm so happy to be here to share some of the questions that I'm getting from women entrepreneurs and my thoughts on the answers. So earlier today, I was talking to a woman who is a business owner, and she was talking about growing her company and scaling her company. So I wanted to talk about the difference between growth and scale because they are often used interchangeably, but they actually mean two different things. So when you're growing your business, you're getting additional revenue, new clients, new customers, but on the other side of that, you need to have more resources available. So if you're getting more customers for your product, you need to have more inventory. You might need to have more people to manage the shipping for it. Or if you're getting more service customers for a service that you provide, you might have to have more people on your team to help do those services, provide those services. So growth is increased revenue and also increased costs. And then scale is increased revenue, but essentially not increased costs. So flat or slight increased costs. So how do you do that? That sounds like amazing, right? Well, the types of businesses that are suited to scale are often digital businesses or virtual businesses. So if you're providing a product or if you're providing a product, you could scale, but your costs would still go up, because if you're having to sell, a product, you have to have the product. Now you could perhaps buy the components to the product for less money because you're buying at such a large quantity. So you could get your prices down. But the real scaling comes when you, again, don't have an increased expenses when you do have an increase in revenue. So businesses like tech businesses, so if you have an app or software as a service, you can have a lot more customers, but you still have essentially the same number of people who need to serve the customers. So if you've got an app, people, the designer of the app and the people who are keeping everything running on the back end, dealing with bugs and, downloads and stuff like that. But those are the same essentially number of people, no matter how many customers you have. So if you have 20 customers, you have your developer and your customer service people. And if you have 100,000 customers, you might have to add a few people on your team, but not as many as you would if you were increasing your sales of a product. Does that make sense? So tech businesses, also businesses that have digital products like digital courses or ebooks or anything that's deliverable videos, anything that doesn't require more expenses when you sell more of them, would be something that you could use to scale your business. Now you could do both. You could have a service business or a product business and also have another line of revenue, another line of business that is something that's scalable. So you might do some kind of a service for somebody. So let's say you help them do their branding. Good example. This was the woman I was speaking to today. So she helps people do branding, brand messaging, and website development. So if she's working one-on-one with customers on the branding, that takes a lot of her time. And if she has more customers, then she has to bring in additional team members. But she could also at the same time have digital products. Maybe she sells a course on how to do the branding yourself. She might have ebooks on how to do the branding or how to do your own website design. So that side of her business could scale because, again, her expenses aren't really, they're relatively flat regardless of how many customers she gets. So that's growth versus scale, and I hope that was helpful. The other thing I wanted to talk about today is the one-page business plan. So a lot of times people believe that a business plan, they get kind of overwhelmed because they think, oh my gosh, to have a business plan, it's going to have to be many pages long and a spreadsheet with many tabs and lots of complicated projections and calculations. And definitely, if you're going to try to get funding, you definitely need to have that kind of business plan for sure. But for earlier stage businesses or businesses that are not trying to get funding, I think a one-page business plan is oftentimes adequate. It just gives you kind of a guide. It helps you focus and answer some basic questions about your business. And of course, the whole document is a living document. So if you change your business a little bit or change the way you're doing something, you just change the business plan, but it helps keep you focused. So this is our one-page business plan template, and there's a link in the below here to download it. So it's very, very simple. So it's basically, what will I sell? Who will buy it? Why will they buy it? Right? So that's your offer. What is it that you sell, your product or service? Who are the customers whose problems you are solving with that product or service? And then why will they buy it? Well, they'll buy it because it solves their problems, but you have to explain that to them, right? So that's the marketing piece. Pricing and payments is the next section. What will I charge and how can customers pay me? And that means like literally how they can pay you. Are you selling, do you have a shop on your website? Are you selling through some other platform like Etsy or eBay? So like literally, how can they give you money? That's that section. Marketing and marketplace, where will I sell? So again, that kind of gets back to the, where are you selling? Are you selling on another platform? Are you selling on Facebook Marketplace? Are you selling in a brick and mortar? And then how will customers find me? And that's, again, that marketing piece. How are they going to find you? How are they going to hear about you? And then the last piece I think is really important, and it's defining success. So it says, I will consider my business a success when I have blank customers or blank in annual revenue. And I encourage you to, especially when you're starting out, to make this realistic, aspirational, but realistic, so that you're not going to, I think the idea is to celebrate wins along the way. So like if you set it as, I'm going to consider my business a success when I have 5 customers, and you get those 5 customers, absolutely celebrate. You deserve it. That's amazing. And now you're going to set the bar a little higher. Well, now I'm going to consider it a success when I have 20 customers, right? You know, you can do the 5. If you can do 5, you can get 20. So this idea of defining success, it also helps you kind of really think through, what do I actually want from my business right now? Like your business can change. If you're really busy right now with life things, kids, parents, house, whatever it might be, down the road, your circumstances will change, and then you can change what your definition of success is at that time. And so again, this is our one-page business plan template. And so feel free to download that from the link below. And I look forward to helping you and with your business and starting and growing it in any way that we can. I also have a link below for additional resources from Aviatra. So please explore our website and make use of the resources that we offer. Thanks so much.